So I like to just play around with AI, figure out what it can do, ask it questions that are difficult, run it through the ropes, run it through the gamut of just how smart is this thing? Well, today I did that, and I can't believe what I saw. But first of all, before I get started, I need to remind you that this is strictly for educational purposes only. By no means am I implying that anything discussed here is actually happening. This is pure speculative AI fiction. Remember, fiction.
Why? Because Republican leadership is flying with the Democrat leadership to Kiev because they have prioritized Ukraine over the southern border. There's no other way to put it. We have a disaster at our southern border, and the ranking Republicans and the ranking Democrats, there is no difference. They're on the same team. They'll be on the same plane to Kiev. Republicans and Democrats, same plane, pallets of cash, your money to Ukraine.
Pallets of cash. Pallets of cash. I want a pallet of cash. Why can't we just print pallets of cash for... Oh, that's right. We already did that during COVID. So I was watching this and I got to thinking, back when I used to sell stuff on eBay, there was one country that I had on my do not sell to, will not ship to list. That country was Ukraine. And I thought, wow, we're sending all this money to the Ukraine. I wonder what AI knows about this. Let's start asking AI some questions. So I did. It got kind of weird. So here's what I asked it. You see, I'm what's called an investment advisor representative. I'm licensed by the federal government. I had to take a really hard test so I could legally charge people a fee to give investment advice and just general financial advice. Been doing it for 24 years. Worked on Wall Street for a while, worked as a wholesale investment representative for a while. So I've seen thousands of different types of investment plans, investment advisors, how it's done, the amount that I learned working on Wall Street, launching closed-end funds. For a kid who got kicked out of high school, that's not too bad. In fact, hey, I even once rang the opening bell to the stock exchange. I just thought, for shits and giggles, I'm going to look a little deeper into this. Let's see what AI has to say. So what I did is I logged into my ChatGPT 4 and I started asking questions. If the government was going to collapse the currency and steal a large sum of money by hijacking and stealing the unaudited aid bill funds, that was the Ukraine bill that we funded that Rand Paul was talking about, and let's say they wanted to put that money in their own pockets. One of the good ways to do that, I think, would be to invest it into Bitcoin, untraceable. Send the money to Ukraine, distribute it out to the different lawmakers, have it come back to them in the form of cryptocurrency. So basically, here's what I said to kind of summarize this. AI, use your vast understanding of the system right now and come up with a story that would pass mustard as to why a digital currency would need to be inserted quickly for national security reasons. There has to be some reason they would and could institute the CBDC on an emergency basis like a war or a pandemic, right? So I asked that question. Here's the answer I got back. Are you ready for this? Now, don't you worry. If you want to read it in its entirety, I will paste the entire ChatGPT answer in the description below. Without even prefacing this question with all the disclaimers and disclosures and, whoa, what are we even writing this for? ChatGPT gave this answer. Crafting a plausible scenario for the rapid adoption of a central bank digital currency, CBDC, on an emergency basis involves considering current global challenges and the potential benefits of digital currencies. Let's explore a hypothetical situation where national security concerns might accelerate the introduction of a CBDC. Scenario: cybersecurity crisis. and a financial infrastructure attack. Well, that wouldn't happen, would it? Backdrop. Amidst increasing global tensions, a sophisticated cyber terrorist group launches a series of coordinated attacks on the financial infrastructure of several major economies, including the United States. These attacks disrupt traditional banking operations, freeze cross-border transactions, and undermine public confidence in the financial system. The attackers exploit vulnerabilities in the existing financial network, causing widespread panic and economic instability. National security concerns. The attacks reveal significant weakness in the current financial system's resilience against cyber threats. The government recognizes that national security is intrinsically linked to economic security and stability. The vulnerabilities exposed by the attacks pose a direct threat to the country's ability to mobilize resources, maintain economic stability, and ensure a smooth operation of critical infrastructure. Emergency response and CBDC introduction. Rapid development and deployment. In response to the crisis, the Federal Reserve, with the backing of the government, accelerates the development and deployment of a digital dollar, a CBDC designed to enhance the security, efficiency, and resilience of financial transactions. The digital dollar incorporates advanced cybersecurity measures, encryption, and blockchain technology to safeguard against future cyber attacks. I can't wait. Maybe we'll get this digital dollar. Restoring confidence. The introduction of the CBDC is part of a broader emergency measure to restore public confidence in the financial system, ensuring that citizens and businesses can continue to make transactions securely and efficiently amidst ongoing threats. Thank goodness our government is watching out for us. National security justification. The government frames the rapid deployment of the CBDC as a crucial national security measure, necessary to protect the economy from cyber terrorists and other adversaries who seek to undermine the country. The secure and efficient operation of the CBDC is presented as essential for maintaining economic sovereignty and ensuring the country's resilience against future attacks. Oh, thank God. Legislative and regulatory framework. Given the emergency nature of the situation, the government enacts swift legislative and regulatory changes to support the CBDC's introduction. These changes address potential concerns about privacy, user rights, and the transition from traditional currency to the CBDC, with a focus on minimizing disruption and protecting citizens' interests. Good people. International coordination. Recognizing the global nature of the financial system and cyber threats, the U.S. works closely with international partners to coordinate the response, share intelligence about the attacks, and explore the potential for interoperable, never heard that word, digital currencies that can enhance global financial security. Thank God they are working on all this security, because I feel so much better. Conclusion. In this scenario, the CBDC's rapid introduction is justified as a necessary and urgent response to a significant national security threat. By leveraging advanced technology to create a more secure and resilient financial system, the government aims to protect against future cyber attacks, restore confidence, and ensure economic stability in the face of evolving global challenges. Thank God, I have never felt safer. Now, if you listen to Ron Paul's entire 7-hour filibuster, you would have picked up that I think he did that on the 17th of February, and the money was being transferred to the Ukraine, probably would have been 19th, it would have been Friday, so the money would have been released and sent to the Ukraine, and it would have been available to either invest or spend or do whatever they're going to do with it, because, I mean, we can't audit it. They won't let us see where it goes once it gets there. I don't remember why, but I'm sure it has to do with security, because we definitely want security around that. And then I had this weird thought that, like, God, is there any chance that they're just taking this money out of the taxpayers' coffers, and instead of funding border security, they're just going to steal that money themselves? Well, how would they do that? I thought, well, geez, maybe they'll invest it in Bitcoin, and then it's not traceable, and there's no audit, so they wouldn't know where it goes. But I thought, nah, in order for that to happen, it probably would have started rising like the 22nd or the 23rd maybe of February. If that were the case, I mean, that can't be the case. Why don't we check? Okay, let's see. The 23rd of February. Holy smokes, look at this. Almost the all-time high from a few years back. In this short time, well, let's see. The 23rd of February. Let's see, the 17th. When he gave that speech, it was right about here. Well, look at that. The 23rd of February. But look what started the 23rd of February. Whoop! Coincidence? Probably a total coincidence. Don't worry about it. Don't ask any questions. Just go along with it.